According to an Astra investigation from January to October 2025, Russian aircraft dropped aerial bombs 127 times, not on Ukraine, but on Russian territory and temporarily occupied areas. These were primarily Fab 500 high-explosive aerial bombs and UMBP munitions, which were intended to hit Ukrainian targets but instead fell on Russian cities and villages. One of the most recent incidents occurred on October the 19th in the village of Krasnaya Polyana in the Belgorod region, where a Russian aerial bomb fell right among residential buildings. It didn't explode, but only this time. Such incidents occur constantly. In 2024 alone, according to independent sources, Russian aircraft dropped at least 165 bombs on their own territory. Each such incident is carefully covered up as admitting that the second army in the world is bombing itself would be catastrophic for the Kremlin. When civilians are hit, Russian propaganda immediately blames Ukraine, continuing to lie to its own population. Military analysts explain that widespread errors by Russian pilots are the result of chaos and the deterioration of aviation technology. Old aircraft can't handle the stress. Guidance systems don't work, and crews often abandon bombs in haste, fearing being shot down. The Russian army is fighting blindly and bombing its own villages as easily as Ukrainian cities, the experts write. Russia continues to justify its mistakes and crimes, calling the dead collateral damage. But when these losses involve Russian citizens, the Kremlin is equally indifferent to both Ukrainians and its own, military experts note. Recall recently a Russian pilot, part of Putin's air force, executed a catastrophic bombing on a small village in Russia, virtually leveling it. The village of Kyiv is situated on the bank of the Sim River, just 7 kilometers from the Russian-Ukrainian border in the Kursk region. In a surprising offensive last August, Ukrainian forces managed to seize a significant portion of Kursk, leaving the Kremlin in shock. Despite the assistance of North Korean soldiers, Russian forces were only able to reclaim most of the territory by early spring. Ukraine maintains that some of its units still have a presence in the region. In what seems to be a major error, a Russian plane dropped a bomb on a village within its own borders. The explosion's shockwave obliterated nearly the entire settlement, demolishing at least 10 homes. Russian pilots have frequently been accused of bombing their own towns and cities along the border region. These bombings are thought to be the result of faulty munitions and poor maintenance.
Japan and China's leaders met on the sidelines of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit on Friday in Gyeongju, South Korea. According to Associated Press, Chinese President Xi Jinping welcomed the newly elected Japanese Prime Minister's new consensus towards China. Xi added that he is committed to building a constructive, stable China-Japan relationship fit for the new era. Xi also echoed his own words from his morning address at APEC, noting that the global situation was in turmoil. Currently, the world is facing unprecedented changes unseen in a century, which are accelerating at an unprecedented pace, he said. The international and regional situation is in turmoil. In the meeting, Japanese Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi said she wanted to build a constructive and stable relationship with China. "I would like to confirm our grand vision as a strategic mutual benefit relationship," she said. Takaichi did admit that there were various challenges and concerns between Japan and China, but added that through execution, the two countries can deliver concrete results. She is expected to also meet with South Korean President Lee Jae-myung on Saturday. South Korean officials said a Lee-Xi meeting would focus on dealing with North Korea's nuclear program.
你就任后表示，中国是日本的重要邻国，有必要构建建设性稳定的对华关系，全面推进两国战略互惠关系。这体现了你和新内阁对中日关系的重视。我愿同你保持沟通，共同推动中日关系沿着正确轨道向前发展。当前世界百年变局加速演进，国际和地区形势变乱交织，中日两国一衣带水，互为重要劲力，推动中日关系长期健康稳定发展，符合两国人民和国际社会的普遍期待。中方愿同日方一道，按照中日4个政治文件确立的原则和方向，共同维护双边关系政治基础，推进中日战略互惠关系，致力于构建契合新时代要求的建设性、稳定性的中日关系。好，谢谢。
こうして初めての首脳会談を行うことができて、嬉しく思います。中国は日本にとって重要な隣国でございます。で、日中両国は地域と国際社会の平和と繁栄という重要な責任を有しております。戦略的互恵関係の包括的な推進と建設的かつ安定的な関係の構築という日中関係の大きな方向性を改めて確認したいと考えております。そして日中間にはさまざまな懸案と課題もございますが、それらを減らして理解と協力を増やして具体的な成果を出していきたいと思います。私は信念と実行力を政治信条としてまいりました。習主席と率直に対話を重ねて首脳同士の関係も深めていきたいと希望しております。ありがとうございます。